Here she comes.
Okay.
Annie!
All right, so we should be good. Okay, this is the January 13, 2021 meeting of the Inland Wetland Agency. David Scott is the chair. It is staffed tonight by Bruce Lofgren, Linda Galetta, and me, Deb Jones. For folks who are attending, members of the public, if you to the commission, you need to do that under public communications. And in order to be recognized, you need to raise your virtual hand. So if you are on an Apple device, you can find that at the top of your screen. If you're on a PC, it's at the bottom. If you're on the phone, it's *9. All right, Dave.
All right. First thing is, hello, Ann. Ann, you hear us?
I can't hear you, Anna.
Hello.
There she
Yes,
is.
I can.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Hi, I'm unmuted.
You are.
Thank you.
Now we can hear you.
Now she can hear. Okay, Deb, we have any public communications?
I do not, but let's just check the attendees and see if anyone is raising their hand. I do not think they are. They must all be applicants.
Okay, approval of minutes of December 9th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of December 9th.
I have a correction.
We need a second first.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Barbara.
On the second paragraph above the motion from the logger, you have to change that word permitted instead of permit, just permitted.
Okay.
Staff such blah, 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 something permitted.
Okay.
I do not know how you see these things.
I know.
I read them, I didn't see that. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? None. Now, Ann, you can vote here as an alternate as well, although we have a full house.
Okay, I'll vote aye.
Awesome.
All right. New applications. 595 Noank Ledgerd Road. Septic repair and two-story addition.
Yeah, this is a new application. This is Bruce Lofgren from the Office of Planning and Development Services. This is a new application that just came in. It hasn't yet gone through staff review yet, so we don't really have too many comments on it, but it does look like we have the applicants here. If you'd like to have them talk and go over what they're proposing a little bit.
Yes, please.
We can allow them to talk if they'd like to.
Yeah.
So Brad and Joseph, I'm going to allow you to talk, and then you just need to unmute yourself so you can speak to the agency. Brad.
All right. Hello.
Hello there.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if I'm on camera or not.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Oh, okay. So I can answer questions, or I can kind of do a quick overview of what's going on, whatever you guys want.
Please.
Overview.
Bruce, do you have the plan? Can you share the plan?
Yeah, I'll share my screen so everyone can see the plan. Yeah.
Okay. So, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Can you see the plan, Brad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been having some issues with the leach field, and we were going to do a repair on that, but they had been wanting to do an addition as well. So everybody decided that it would be best if they could get a bigger tank, and the system is pretty old anyway. And since we are going to have a machine over there, that if they could do everything at once, that would be best for everybody. So that's kind of what's going on in a nutshell over there.
Can you just locate that for me? Is this on the kind of east side of the road? Is this, I just where this is.
Okay. So hold on, I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger for me. So can you see where the existing septic tank to the right of facing the house, where the driveway is?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the original tank, and it's a smaller tank, and the field goes toward the road, but it's not working that great. Like even with this last snow and rainstorm, they had said that they were smelling septic, and which had only happened once before, but it's starting to happen again. So the proposed tank is downhill a little bit, and you can see the field heads back toward the wetland area in question. It's a small section that we had flagged or delineated.
So Barbara, were you asking where this is located?
Yeah,
on the road?
Even how.
Yeah. So it is on the west side of Noank Ledger Road. It's south. It's south of I-95.
Okay.
And it's also south of Sandy Hollow Road where it comes in.
Okay. I misunderstood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fields of Fire is like 2 or 3 properties to the north over here. So
there you go.
Sorry, what? Yeah.
Fields of Fire.
So it's just south.
Okay. All right. Now I'm there.
Yeah, and just because I'm sharing screen here, I can just point out that the wetland limit. So the wetland flags, if everyone can see it, they are back here.
Yep.
To the west of the house and Noank Ledger Road. The 100-foot upland review area is this line right here. It's probably hard to see on everyone's screen, but it's most of the lot and most of the existing house. The entire addition is within the upland review area, and so is the septic.
And where's the 50-foot, Bruce?
I don't know if there's a 50-foot line on here. It might be. No, this is the silt fence or proposed limit of clearing line. I don't think there's a 50-foot on here, but it'd be somewhere in this area.
Why not locate the
Right.
septic closer to the road again?
Yeah, exactly. Brad, can you go over why you chose that location, please?
Well, I actually didn't choose the location. We had Ledge Light come over, and we dug 2 or 3 test holes, and then we also had a septic engineer, and between those two, they chose the location. Like we actually talked about that forward location, but I'm drawing a blank on her name right now, from Wendy, I believe, from Ledge Light. She didn't like that setup, so she thought it was best that we go in the area that we have it proposed.
Yeah, get it up close to the wetlands. Yeah, sounds like Ledge Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ought to think of looking at the forward location for that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room.
Absolutely.
20 feet to the wetlands and 18.
It's a little bit like the one that goes toward the road is, it's hard to tell on here, but it almost like the natural grade is kind of like an uphill situation, which seems a little strange, but it never got filled. But that's just how it was, or whenever they did it 40 years ago. The grade is untouched. But it's tight for the size of the tank. But I wish I had the engineer who could definitely explain this a ton better than I can. Maybe we could do that in the next meeting, or I can
with the staff when you meet with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm more of the building part of it. I'm trying to help everybody with all of it, but I'm definitely more on the building side, the addition side. And they're a lot more knowledgeable than I am on the septic side of things and wetlands.
It looks like you're going into the wooded area. Is that correct in my view?
Yes.
That's a tree line, right?
Yep, existing wood line.
It
Yep.
is. It's
You're
not
cutting
heavy.
into
It's
that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're cutting into that tree line.
There's probably 2 or 3 trees. It's not a heavily wooded area, but yeah, there definitely have to. One tree, I'm pretty sure would have to come down, but.
Well, digging something that size is going to interrupt the roots for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like there's definitely a tree or 2 that would be coming down.
And as I look at those are only 2-foot contours. So really, if you just took that skinny rectangle, you could kind of squeeze it in there between 126 and 128, and because you're squeezing it between 120 and 122. So I don't know. I'd need to have a strong case why that couldn't be moved really far forward.
Is it something that you guys would be willing to come take a look at with your own eyes?
Sure.
Yes.
Always.
Oh, good. Okay.
And maybe the engineer could be
Definitely.
present.
Most definitely.
Is this property next to the Zero High Street piece where they've been working on that house?
You mean Fields of Fire?
No,
This is
no, it's near Fields of
No.
Noank Ledgerd.
There's a couple houses between this one and going up the hill toward the Fields of Fire.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I think there's 3 houses,
Mm-hmm.
but don't quote me on that.
When you want to look.
Go ahead. I don't know if we need a site walk. We can go stop there and look at it pretty easily.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever it's good for you guys, I'm open.
Well, let's see what staff comments are. You know what we're looking at already.
Yep.
So you want to hold off on looking at it, Dave, then?
Well, we could stop. I can stop there any day and look at it. That's easy.
At a person's house?
Yeah, I think it'd be better, wouldn't it, for us to be there together and maybe have the engineer there as well?
But we could wait until after you guys have staff review. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
That'd probably be best.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Yeah. What's the time frame involved in that? I'm not rushing you. I'm just curious.
For staff comments,
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'll probably start getting comments in within the next week here.
Okay.
And yeah, probably by the end of next week, you'll have all the staff comments and yeah, all the staff comments. We still haven't, I still haven't seen approval from Ledgelight yet either. So I'd like to see something from them. It was sent out to them, so
yeah,
I'm kind of waiting for them to get back on this too, because maybe they could address why they want it back here and too. So that could be. Yeah, so another week, we meet, the Inland Wetlands Agency meets twice a month. So, staff comments will certainly be received by the next meeting.
I've been having a little bit of difficulty having Ledgelight get back to me, they're usually a lot quicker, but I think I sent them this same plan over a month ago, and I made a bunch of phone calls, and nobody's returning my call. Not that I can control that really, but that's kind of what's going on. Maybe they're busy with all the COVID stuff. I don't know. Have you guys found that to be the case lately or no?
Yes. They are really busy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few applicants.
Yep.
All right. That's the only other thing that I would add.
Okay, so you guys want to wait until after the next meeting to schedule a sidewalk?
Yeah, yeah. You'll have you'll have staff review before that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice
Nice
to meet
you too, Brad. Oh,
All
we
right.
see your name, Brad. We don't see you though.
I know. I don't know how to. Can I push a button? I don't know how to do it.
Up at the top, it says video on.
Yeah, I see.
Hold
Hold on.
All right.
All right, we're back.
Is that it?
No,
It is.
That's
Is
it.
Okay. All right. I meant to do that before. All righty then.
All right. The next one is MLOT monitoring wells, Pequannock Road.
This application came in after the agenda had gone out, but we did forward you the plans and they were definitely in on time in order to be received tonight. So we do have Mike here from Woodard and Curran, who is the consultant for, wait a minute, electric boat. Here we go. Here we go. You there, Mike?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Is there anyone else with you?
I not in my physical space, but I do believe Dave Krotchko from Woodard and Curran is on the line, just listening in.
Okay, there we go. I just unmuted him, and if he wants to speak, he can.
I do not know.
Yes, I'm here too. Thanks.
Great.
I do not know if anyone from Electric Boat is on the line.
I don't either. There's a phone in, and I don't know who that is. At any rate.
Okay. So this application, as Deborah said, is for the installation of monitoring wells on the MLOT parcel, which we found out actually straddles both the town and the city borders. The portion of the property in which we want to install wells that is located within the town property is the portion along Pequannock Road itself. It's a lightly wooded area just west of the substation between the entrance of MLOT and the substation itself.
Do you have the plans to share?
I do.
If not, I can do it. So yeah, it probably would help so they can get oriented to where exactly it is.
yeah, and especially for Annie, you guys, could you maybe just sort of clue Annie where this is? We've all seen this before, but I don't think she has.
I downloaded the plan, so I figured out where it was.
Woo.
Good job.
Right.
And I would love to share. I don't know how I can do that. Trying to see on my screen here.
I think I can do it.
Okay. I don't see any extra windows or anything here.
Okay.
So
this is the location at any rate.
This is the location. It's the MLOT parcel, which is located directly across the street from the former R&D facility, which is now also a parking lot storage area for Electric Boat.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the next page. It's a aerial plan of MLOT. So as I was saying, our proposed well locations are located along Pequannock Road, between the substation entrance and the entrance to MLOT itself. These wells are part of the R&D facilities ongoing environmental investigation under the Connecticut DEP's voluntary remediation program that the R&D facility entered back in 2012. So those wells are to assist with the ongoing investigation of groundwater associated with the former R&D facility. We do have a few wells on M lot already, as well as the main R&D plant facility. However, we need to delineate side gradient and a little bit down gradient of that MW15 series wells that's located right on the southeastern corner of the R&D facility. So we're proposing to install 2 sets of wells, 2 at one location and 2 at another. These are overburden, so shallow, intersecting the water table wells, as well as what we like to call a bedrock well. Bedrock is relatively shallow here with an outcrop right across Pequannock Road. So we don't suspect these are going to be that deep, but they are going to be screened within the bedrock itself, probably at about 25 to 30 feet. And so that's our project. We don't suspect to have any clearing, wood clearing or anything of that nature, although I was driving by the facility just the other day and I did see a lot of wooded clearing had gone on, I think kind of in support of probably some getting some larger trees away from the power lines, which do run right along the south side of Pequannock Road as well. So we want to make sure that we are far enough away from the power lines during our well installation. So we will not be entering the wetlands any more than we would have to in order to be safe away from the overhead lines there.
Are those little red and white dots, are those the wells?
Those are our proposed well locations, which may be modified to the east or west based on availability of access, but that's the general location in which we would like to place.
And what about the back? What about that one down on the? Looks like it's in the water there.
This one is in the MLOT facility itself. That is within City of Groton property. That's no drainage. That is an asphalt area. That's where they store a lot of snow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right. Is there a plume developed from the material in the ground?
So we do have some groundwater impacts at the MW15 location, which is right on the R&D southeast corner of the R&D facility. What we've seen is that groundwater flows generally to Birch Plain Creek. So there's not a plume per se, but we do want to delineate the lateral extents if there is one. And that's the purpose of these wells here, to confirm that groundwater migration is heading towards Birch Plain Creek and not more parallel with the road. We do feel that groundwater is heading towards Birch Plain Creek and discharging as groundwater generally does to the nearest surface water body, which is the creek here.
Ann, do you know what a plume is?
Just a kind of a blurp of water.
It's polluted material that's flowing underground. Think of if you dropped a drop of dye in a pot full of water, it would start to move out. Yeah, that's what happens to these pollutants. And they move in the direction that the water is flowing. And if they're flowing towards Birch Plain Creek, then they'll be polluting Birch Plain Creek. That's the concern. Got it.
On that, we've done extensive environmental investigation, both soil, groundwater, and we have also done risk assessments of the water in the creek and haven't found any impacts to the creek itself.
All right. Can we get a report as to what kind of materials are in this pollution that you're working on?
Yeah, we're dealing with VOC impacts. Mostly Freon is our primary constituent of concern. We have concentrations that are well below the surface water protection criteria, which is one of the main drivers for this site, but they are above the volatilization criteria, the DEP's volatilization criteria. So we're trying to confirm the extent of that plume with regard to potential volatilization criteria.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we did just receive this. So as you all know, you need to wait at least 2 weeks before you take any action on it. I don't know whether or not you want to classify this tonight.
I'll make a motion to classify as minor.
Okay, we have a second.
Very good.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? All right.
All right, great. Thank you. So we'll get this out. If we have any comments, we'll get them to you, Mike, well before the next meeting so that you can address them, and we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So they know it's already there and they just want to check on the movement?
Yes. The levels. Yep.
The same that they do under Bluff Point?
There you go. Yep.
Yep. Absolutely.
What's on Bluff Point?
And you know when you go to Bluff Point, you go just before you go under the railroad viaduct, there's a building in the back.
Oh yeah.
You familiar with
Man Roland?
Okay, well,
and
they
it
used
to be EB.
They used to clean parts and stuff in there and dump the material in a pit.
Oh.
And so there's some pretty nasty plumes of material coming out of there. And it's a constant site that they have to remediate and monitor.
Good to know.
Or not.
I'm thinking about walking my dog back there.
Oh, it's well underground, and it sinks.
Yeah. Where you're going to walk your dog is a long way from that.
Yep.
Because you're going to be down past the parking area, past the train turnaround.
Yeah.
That's in there. There's a turntable in there where they used to turn
That's
the
where
trains
I learned to
around.
drive.
Send them back to New York or Boston. Yeah. That's why all the roads there are paved with cinders. Okay. We're still waiting on revisions, Bruce, on the 0 High Street.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we're still waiting on revisions. I think the applicant's still determining what they want to do with it. I've heard they thinking about subdivision. It seems like the plan's not fully adopted yet. So it's kind of a wait and see. They are running up on the end of their extensions. I think probably in March. So I'm not sure if it's going to, have to be withdrawn or we're going to have some resolution or something act on by then, but it's kind of wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a question of whether that slope was stabilized or not, or did we?
Yeah, no, that was the action. So I mean, they do need to resolve that sooner than later, whether or not.
And I thought we put a deadline on this.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy with this, because we're having all these rain events and stuff. So we got an unstable slope, and we put a deadline on these guys, and we're just going to sit here and wait and twiddle our thumbs.
Yeah, well, we did put a deadline on it for them to submit an application. They did put in a silt fence and some hay bales down there, but you make a good point that, we should probably reach out again and let them know they need to start stabilizing that slope sooner than later.
Yeah, even if they don't build the house or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. That part of the work. Yeah. We'll get on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Eunice. You got there just before I was going to say the same thing.
We're a good team, Dave.
All right. Long Hill Road, Saheen apartment building.
We're still waiting on revised plans based on your discussion at the last meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know where that is?
Is this the one that is up by
just past the firehouse on the other side of the street, past Applebee's?
Yes.
Yes.
Near.
There used to be 2 little houses there.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Yep.
There were 2 houses there and then a hotel next.
Yep.
Yes.
And then going in that slot where the houses were.
Okay.
All right. Any other comments on those?
No.
We don't have any old business. We have election of officers. Anybody else want to be chair?
No, you do.
You see what I have to put up with?
I vote for Dave to be chair. I'll be the vice chair again if you guys want.
Second.
So you're gonna put
Keep
one
the slate the same.
Awesome.
All right.
And secretary, I'm assuming.
In a second.
Barbara, you want to be the secretary again, Barbara Block?
Sure. I'm not sure how we're handling all that by mail with the Zoom thing.
You know,
signing.
You mean you've signed nothing, Barbara? Oh.
Unless I've done something across the screen here.
No, we are open by appointment only. So maybe we can arrange something and we'll just put you in one of the conference rooms and you can just go ahead and sign all the minutes. Get that over.
Yeah. Whatever you need.
Yeah. All right, good.
Awesome.
All right, we need a vote on that, Deb?
You do.
All right. We have a motion.
I'll make a motion for Dave Scott to remain as the chairperson, Eunice Sutphin to remain as the vice chairperson, and Barbara Block to be the secretary of the Inland Wetlands Agency for 2021. Is that it?
We have a second.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, aye, aye.
Aye, aye. You'll be on for a record, Dave. You have to be the longest standing chair ever.
I think it's probably pretty close.
Right, Deb?
In the state.
I don't know. I mean, maybe for wetlands, but I'm thinking Ed Stebbins is the law.
I forgot about Ed. Oh,
yeah,
my gosh,
I think
right.
so.
Wow.
Yeah, I started in 1985.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just have to keep punting, Dave, if you want to beat Ed.
I'm not sure I want that honor.
What about Carl Strand on the airport committee? He's been on that forever.
Has he? Yeah, I don't staff that one, so I have no idea.
Awesome.
All right, well, the only thing I had to say was that it's a good time with no leaves and relatively mild temperatures to go around town and have a look at things and see if you see anything that needs attention. You know, somebody clear cutting a lot or something going on. I mean, keeping an eye on the 2 houses down the end of the street. They seem to be staying well away from the wetlands.
Great.
There's not a whole lot of stuff going on in town right now, I don't think.
Oh, Deb, you were going to go and talk to the people off Groton Long Point Road that were cutting trees. What happened with that?
Yep, I met with them soon after our last meeting. They had removed some brush, but they have established the silt fence line on the non-disturbance line. And they understand that there's no going beyond that. And I have a neighbor who is keeping a very close eye on it.
Awesome.
Good. That's the kind of neighbors we need. Deb, do you have any report?
I don't. Just note that there was a committee of chairpersons meeting this week on Monday where the Mystic Education Center very, very draft master plan was presented. There will be some wetland permitting associated with it once we get to that point. Right now, the Planning and Zoning Commission is working on some draft regulations to allow the redevelopment of this parcel. That's going to take a little while. If that regulation amendment is approved, the next step is a master plan and changing the zone out there. and then it will be a wetland permit application. So, you know, if everything goes great, you're not going to see this probably until the end of the year.
Yeah. There are two dump areas out there that the state used to dump things in. I'm not sure what they dump there, but one of them is very close to a wetland stream.
Right, and that will be part of the project, is remediating the contamination that's out there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I've got.
Then we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second it.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Good to see you, Annie.
Thank you.
If you need to talk about some of this stuff sometime, you can call me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Great.
And, I mean, we're all of us are old hands. I'm probably the oldest old hand on this group, but we're all been doing this for quite some time. So we don't want you to get lost in the jargon sometimes when things get talked about. And there are training opportunities you might want to think about.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
There are. Yep.
Will you make her aware of those?
Them?
Yeah.
We're meeting tomorrow.
Oh, right,
so we are going to go over all of that stuff. Yep.
All right.
And keep me in mind site walks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
don't worry.
Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Great.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.